So here is a majority of Rob's collection.
Holy.
There are a number of cars that are missing.
Please tell me that's the original 917.
It is.
The Porsche. That's
It
the
is.
original 917
Yeah.
number 6 car. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the 917-30 chassis.
Oh my gosh. Do you mind if we start with that and then move along to the GT40?
You can certainly start with that. You'll find that everything in this garage is very, very well documented, very historic, and there's nothing around here that is fake.
Wow. This is the GTLM car. I forgot. Is number 66 the one that won Le Mans?
The 66 chassis did win Le Mans.
Oh wow.
Ford did keep that chassis and retitled this chassis number with the number 66.
Okay, so the original 66 winning car is with Ford.
With Ford.
And this
but
one.
This is the bodywork from that winning car.
This is the bodywork from that winning car. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So we
Beautiful.
use it for vintage racing now.
So it is being driven, raced right now. Does it race in a GTLM class as well, or like an open class?
It's a GTLM class.
GTLM.
I mean, all these cars have been sold off to individual people, so they'll all get together and they'll go get together and go race these cars around.
Beautiful.
Have some fun.
Beautiful.
They were at the Velocity International Invitational this year, running around there, so they enjoyed it.
This is wonderful, and this is wow, immaculate. I mean, has this been restored?
It has also been
Okay,
restored,
I was gonna say, because it looks like it's never seen the racetrack.
It has seen the racetrack a number of times.
Wow, wow, wow.
This is actually a reproduction body for this car. The original body you'll find back in the corner over there.
Yeah, does it have a chassis under it, or is it
just
the original body?
And I also have the original body that they ran at Talladega for the closed course.
The red and white color? I saw that. Yeah, I saw that over there. Wow, wow, wow,
So,
wow. Wow.
Rob does periodically take this out and run this.
Wow.
It's quite a car to be on the track with, even by today's standards.
I bet.
It's a weapon.
I bet. I mean, the top speed on these things, even by today's standards, is ridiculous.
Well over 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, it is definitely a 200 mile. And to think, like, even in my Radical, I have some roll bars, something. To think in this car that this is a 200 mile an hour car, and it is literally no safety, no nothing. You have absolutely nothing.
There's no safety in the,
Is that the fuel cell?
There's a fuel cell on
two
each
fuel
side.
cells. Yeah.
This thing holds about 80 gallons of fuel.
Well, if somebody that's like a private collector or something wanted to purchase something of the same caliber, is this all carbon? Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is a carbon fiber
body. Wow.
Versus the original was a fiberglass.
So let's say if somebody wanted to purchase something like this, that's an actual Le Mans 917, how much would something like this be worth today?
This particular car is worth north of $20 million.
North of $20 million. Okay. I mean, even here they have little, like little spoilers almost for downforce.
Yeah.
Porsche was amazing. I can imagine you seeing this engine on the racetrack with the fan circle, with the body, with the rear cover off. It just must be a spectacle.
Well, there's a spare engine right there.
Oh wow, didn't even see that. And the exhaust, they were all straight pipe back in the day, correct?
Well, yeah, twin turbo.
Twin turbos.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
They can adjust the turbo pressure on them.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
They were normally about 1,100 horsepower with the turbos turned down, and there's different reports of how much it was with the turbos turned up.
It's like older F1 cars. They would be like 800 horsepower, but then on qualifying they would be 1,400 or something like that because of the turbo boost. Pretty much the same.
Same thing. Yep.
Wow, what an engine as well.
Yep, spare engine right there.
Wow.
That's all been restored, ready to go.
See, I've been to the UK. I was invited by McLaren to Goodwood Festival of Speed. Heard some of these cars actually running. They're just beautiful. That engine is
it's just a different sound.
Yeah. So this is Bruce McLaren's winning car that won Le Mans.
Yep. Chassis
This is
number 1046.
1046 chassis.
And this has been completely restored by Mark Allen up at Rare Drive in New Hampshire. right down to
Beautiful.
paint trips and everything.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a machine.
And this gets used quite often.
I was gonna say, this one I can tell it's been used not from the body, mostly from the tires, I would say. It's being driven.
This does get used. This went to the Le Mans Classic a couple of years ago and ran that.
Le Mans Classic in Circuit de la Salle in France? Wow.
We've got plans on doing some more stuff with it. Of course, they're having the 100th anniversary next year at Le Mans, so we'll be heading back over there for that.
Are these fuses?
Yes.
Wow. Is this how they actually kept the fuses back in the day?
That's how they kept the fuses. Yep.
Wow. Wow. It's amazing.
That's
It's amazing.
And everything was labeled with your little label maker. So we had to find the exact label maker to make the labels for everything.
Wow. The seats, the everything, it's just unbelievable. And the way I mean, this is so cool. Like they just have this for the.
Well, Bruce was very tall.
Yeah, so they had to have it for the helmet to fit in.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The duct. Yeah, like I said, when I see I love even you know those licensed remakes, the Superformans. I see them and I appreciate them because they can be driven. You know, they have updated brake systems and stuff, and people can actually drive them without worrying that they're gonna wreck a couple of $1 million.
Yeah.
But just seeing the original and knowing that this is one Le Mans, this is the car that shamed Ferrari at the time. It's
Ferrari at the time, yeah.
The whole movie, I mean, before the movie, even the story, Ford beating Ferrari, this is the car that Henry Ford commissioned and they ended up with. This is amazing. Yep. The Mach 1 was just very much more dangerous, right, than this car. This is a more
less downforce. What the body wasn't developed. If you actually take that Mach 1 and put it next to this one, then they look completely different.
Yeah.
So
more scoops, more cooling, more vent for long-term durability.
This was a big block. That's a small block. So yeah.
Wow. Again, very different still. Even I know the licensed remake is very they try to be as accurate as possible, but nothing is really same like the original. Like this car,
No,
this is unbelievable.
They're only original once.
Yeah, this is crazy. What is this? Is this like a test of welding that they did, or
no? It's got. I'm not sure exactly what they have hanging in here.
Oh, they have something.
Yeah, but they have something.
And this is a heat shield from the engine for the engine. Wow.
Yeah, the big block gets a little bit warm.
I bet, and it's like right
it's
there.
Right there.
It's like glued to you.
It's right there.
It's amazing. This is phenomenal. I mean, thank you so much for opening the car. It's just even the way it's designed, because I've sat as a passenger in the remakes. This is a lot tighter. Definitely a lot tighter. I actually prefer this, being my size. I guess they made the remakes to fit a more wide range of bodies for customers. This was built for race car drivers. That's what I love about it.
This was built for race car drivers. I fit in this car, so I'm pretty comfortable in it.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Wow. What? I'm in awe right now because you know what? I feel like I've been around and I've traveled and I've seen some pretty cool cars, but I mean things like this. This is
great piece of history.
Something.
Yeah. I also got another one, 1934 Alfa Romeo 8C that also won the 1934 Le Mans.
Would love to take a look, even if there's something that just value-wise today. What are we talking about? The #2 winning car, the GT40.
That's well north of 20 million.
Well north of 20 million. Oh my gosh.
This is an original AC Cobra. This is an AC Bristol chassis.
Okay.
1964. Matching numbers, original transmission, rear end.
Beautiful. So this is an original Carol Shelby build.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and this car is we're the third owners. So yeah, it's a very, very original Cobra. It's got a lot of patina to it. We do a lot of preservation to this car. We're not going to do any restoration.
Yeah.
And this is a fun car to drive.
I bet it's fun.
Great car to drive. Very nimble, small block. I prefer the small blocks to the big blocks.
Lighter weight, probably.
Lightweight,
much more agile.
Yeah, a lot better
to drive.
handling. They're not as much fun in a straight line,
I
but
bet.
they'll still. If a good driver can outrun a big block with one of these
On a track, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You would think the new models, the new remakes and stuff would handle better, but I don't know. I feel like something about the original.
Yeah,
there's just
yeah.
something that you can't replicate.
Yeah, it is. That car has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
That is a pre-production prototype.
So wow. So this was a pre-production prototype to the McLaren F1. Wow.
Yeah, this is XP4 chassis.
XP4 chassis.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So this is a development car, let's say, for McLaren.
Yeah, McLaren used this for transmission testing.
Transmission system. That BMW engine is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've not driven one of these, but I heard the throttle control of this car is even by
amazing.
today's standards
It's
unrivaled.
amazing.
Like, it's just incredible.
It's amazing. It is an amazing car to drive.
I have been fortunate enough to see a couple of F40s, but this one again looks so pristine.
This was actually Rob's very first collector car that he bought over 25 years ago.
So I'm sure it holds a very special sentimental
it'll be-
value, because this was the first car that
It's the
started
first
probably
car,
all
and
this.
It'll be the last one to go. We have a 62 Mercedes 300 SL.
Beautiful.
That's an original paint car.
That's the original paint.
Original
Wow.
paint.
What?
So
Where was this stored before coming here? That's what I want to know, because
this came out of a warehouse in California.
this is unbelievable.
Again, we will pride ourselves on preservation versus restoration when we can.
I mean, sometimes that's more difficult. I mean, it is more difficult than
Yeah, but
restoration.
It's a better value for your car. Here's the 1934 Alfa Romeo 8C. This one in 1934 Le Mans.
So this won the 1934 Le Mans.
Yeah.
The Alpha 8C. Wow.
Supercharged straight 8.
Supercharged
This
straight
is
8
a
engine.
great fun touring car now. It's pretty amazing.
See, someone who has never been in one of these to experience the way it drives, I can't imagine, for example, that you tell me, like, if you tell me the 911, something I'll understand fun,
Yeah.
but when you tell me this, I'm like, mechanical, yes, technical, definitely, but fun and actually aggressive,
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can be somewhat aggressive with these, and there's a lot of feedback.
Bugatti as well?
Yeah, that's a
Wow,
1931 Bugatti Type 51 Grand Prix car.
It looks so small, like
It
by
is.
today's standards.
By today's
Wow.
standards, but this is a very, very fast little race car.
What's the power? What's the engine underneath?
It's again a supercharged straight 8.
So both the Alpha and this have a supercharged straight 8?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Lightweight too, pretty compact for its size.
Very compact, lightweight.
Wow, and the leathers, and are these extra right
Extra,
here?
yeah.
Beautiful how they actually put them there for like a quick change.
Quick change,
Beautiful, beautiful.
Because your mechanic rode with you.
Oh, your mechanic did ride
Yeah,
with
your
you?
mechanic
Wow.
rode with you.
That must be one hell of a ride for the mechanic. And the starting procedure is
This actually has been fitted with an electric starter for convenience.
Okay.
But it's hidden down underneath. You can't really see it, but we do have an electric starter in it. So.
And that's not a 250, is it?
Yes.
Or that is a 250?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's a GT250 Tour de France, what they call a 14.
See, I don't know where to start really with this collection. This is also stunning to
Yes,
see.
this is a
what is it?
1957 Maserati 300S. This is one of the 3 factory works cars from 1957.
See, when I look at Maserati of this era, my heart kind of aches when I see the modern cars.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. A Maranello?
Yeah. So this is a 14 louver.
This is the 250 GT.
Yeah.
Did the Tour de France?
I'm not sure of all the racing history on this. It did do the Mile Miglia.
Mille Miglia.
Yeah,
This did the Mille Miglia.
Yeah, and these actual 2 cars actually raced against each other in 1957.
Wow. Wow.
And we did use this car recently. We did 3 half-hour track sessions down in Florida with this recently. So this has recently been on the racetrack.
Honestly, doesn't look like it's seen a racetrack.
It has. I cleaned it up, serviced it,
Beautiful, beautiful.
and now it's ready to go again.
Yeah, when people see my SR8 in my garage, they think I just keep it for show as well. And I like to clean it very thoroughly after the track, and you do an immaculate job, honestly.
Yeah.
I love the older Ferrari bodywork, how things were really hand worked, the panels, the way they did stuff, the gauges, the steering.
Yeah, they didn't make that many of these. So.
I bet. Again, just for my reference, value of this car in today's time?
This is probably north of 10 million.
10 million.
Yeah, Center for Rob Kauffman's private collection here. We do all of his service work in this area.
Okay.
We do some of the restorations here. We also have a chassis dyno where we do all of our tuning.
Is that an MK1?
That is a 1966 GT40.
Okay.
That is chassis number 1029. It's got a short racing history on it, so it's kind of built from the remains of a wreck.
Okay.
It got wrecked at Le Mans in practice. It's got its original engine and gearbox and a lot of suspension parts, but it's been rebuilt.
Any information on the drivers that drove this one in Le Mans?
No.
No.
I can't remember that.
Fair enough.
And I'll do all the tuning here and stuff like that.
So you work on it yourself?
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
I'm the only one that touches a Rob's cars.
That's fantastic. It's pretty immaculate.
Yeah, it was restored. It was a complete restoration, and then we use it for vintage racing now.
Lovely dyno too.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
It's a dyno jet eddy brake system, so you can simulate road conditions. You can simulate a lot of different things with this. You can do drivetrain power loss. You can do a lot of things with this dyno.
Beautiful.
It'll do up to 2,000 horsepower and 200 miles an hour.
Wonderful.
And you never have to go on the road.
Wonderful. Beautiful. What is that? I'm not familiar with.
This is a 1937 Bugatti Type 57S.
Wow.
This is one of one.
This is a one-of-one build.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I have never seen anything like that. I'm familiar with some classic Bugattis, but this I didn't even know what this was.
This was restored a few years ago. We're having a little bit of some heating issues with the radiator, so I actually have the radiator out in the UK right now.
The UK.
Being redone, re-cored, so that we can continue using this for touring.
Such a beautiful. Is this also restored, or is
this is restored? Yes.
Okay. Even the exhausts, they're just very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Bugatti was known for their craftsmanship.
Is this the gear knob?
Yep.
Wow, what a design.
Yeah.
What a design. Beautiful. And this leather is from the era that it was.
From the era.
Wow,
yeah, this would be correct colors for this car.
Wow.
So if we do a restoration versus preservation, we will normally try to get to the original colors of the car, unless it's something that's more desirable in a different color.
What in the world is that?
This is a 1912 Simplex. This was originally owned by a Vanderbilt, who gave it to his girlfriend Eleanor Sears as a birthday present, and she would race this car.
Race?
Yep, this was a race car.
This was a race car. Oh my lord!
So this is a kind of a neat little engine in this thing. This is a 4-cylinder.
4-cylinder. It must be a massive.
It's what they call a T-head engine, and this has a displacement of 10 liters.
I was gonna say it looks like a massive four-cylinder. Wow.
Yeah, it's a 10-liter 4-cylinder.
What year is the production?
1912.
1912. Wow. And this car was actually raced.
Yes, and we have trophies from her that she had won racing this car.
This is.
She lived in Boston. And we're going to use this for touring also, so I'm in the process of building a vintage style windshield for this to make it look like this windshield actually came on this car, so you can see, the craftsmanship.
So far it's looking factory.
Yeah,
I mean, matching the gold as well.
Matching brass.
The bolt brass
and one of the criteria is when we add something to a car, we have to use what's existing so that we can take it off the car and never have any evidence of it ever being on there.
Fantastic.
So, it takes a little bit of engineering.
Is this considered to be a handbrake here?
That is your parking brake.
That is your parking brake.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is luggage compartment.
Yeah,
let's say.
luggage tools,
compartment.
or yeah, and there's another small one on the other side.
I love the immaculate finish on the car. It's just stunning. I mean, I'm looking at the paint. I'm even looking at things like the edges where the metal kind of touches one another. It's just in such good shape.
Yeah.
Brilliant, really. A great job, honestly. I mean, this is really, there's some gauges here. Is this like the fuel tank level in the back?
Fuel tank level in the back there, yeah.
Wow.
And lanterns. These were oil lanterns, and you could light the lanterns with a match. And then
drive it around, like kind of like tail light.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've added, regular tail lights to this car for safety reasons.
Yeah. And you said it's going to be driven currently, so yeah, that's a smart move.
This is going to be used for touring on some vintage events. Yes. Yes.
So I know this is a personal question, but how did Rob get into this and get?
He's been a car guy since he was a kid. Yeah. So he's always been a car guy, and he made his way through the world and was very fortunate. And he was able to get himself a nice car collection.
Well,
very diverse. Got a lot of neat different things. So yeah.
Well, God bless him and bless you guys as well. Hopefully you keep on killing it and growing.
Well,
it's beautiful, really.
Not to say anything, but just kind of raise your hand and we'll offer a little bit of time after if you'd like to connect with any of these individuals. But right in front we've got Jim Hess. He's the Vice President of the Porsche Club of America for North and South Carolina, the Carolinas. And would love to talk to you if you've got a Porsche and you're not a member with his group.
This is a John Causey Boss 9, 527 cubic inches. It makes 865 horse at the rear wheels.
Wow, 800 natural horsepower.
Yep.
Phenomenal. Look at that blower. Holy crap. The OG LS. Yeah, another Bel Air. Oh, so cool.
Right?
So pretty, man.
I know.
Just to show you the scale. Just to show you the scale of this thing. It's massive. This is a cool little Toyota Camry. It's a NASCAR. So basically they built a Camry as a kind of like a NASCAR style. Pretty cool. Nice. Manual transmission. So this is probably like a stock car underneath. Oh yeah, it is. You can see.
it.